everybody and welcome back to Big OGGIE World. Today we are making a cake, basically. It's a Victoria sponge, but the difference is it's a simplified way of making it. And we're going to start a little playlist called our toolbox of recipes, which will be all sorts of different things that you can dip in and dip out and pull things out if you need them and when you need them. They're simple, easy and reliable, because that's the key word here. So the difference with this sponge cake is an all-in-one cake, so everything goes in all together, none of that faffing around with beating butter and sugar and all that business. And it's a 225 gram recipe. So you have 225 grams of self-raising flour, 225 grams of caster sugar, 225 grams of baker's block. You could use butter, but baker's block gives this better flavour and texture. A teaspoon of baking powder and 4 large eggs, and that's it. So it's quite a large recipe. You're going to need two 20-inch spring-loaded or spring-sided sandwich tins, which you're going to need to grease, which I have done, and then you need to line them. Now I've showed you these before, they're reusable. You can see I've used them time and time again. They are non-stick and they go in the bottom. If you don't have these, then baking parchment will be just fine, but you do need to put something in the bottom of your tin, and obviously make sure that you've greased up the sides of your tin, because although they're spring released, if it's stuck, they're going to stick. You're going to have lumps taken out your sides, so make sure that you grease them well. You can hear the ovens on because this is so quick. We've needed to put the oven on to preheat. It's on 160 for a fan oven, 180 if you don't have a fan. So literally all we're going to do is in goes our flour, in goes the sugar. I'm going to chop that a little bit. In goes the baker's block. Did the light flash then?
Yeah. Yeah, we live at the far end of nowhere. We do a bit random on the electric.
My teaspoon of baking powder for extra lift.
I will say, as I'm more retro than you, as in older.
As in, can't wait to say it.
No, I can't wait to say it. 4 eggs, yeah?
4 eggs.
Okay, this is an 888 cake, if you want to look it up. But 225 cake doesn't quite sound the same.
Well, it's because we've gone metric, John.
I know. Not quite the same.
So,
Very,
yes,
but it's called this an 888 cake.
8 ounces of self-raising flour, 8 ounces of caster sugar, and 8 ounces of baker's block.
There you go.
But we are now in grams and ounces. So
And what's
it's
baker's block?
225.
What's baker's block in old money?
Margarine.
Yeah, or stork or whatever.
Well, stork is margarine. So, right, in it goes, and we're going to give it a mix. Now, it's going to take a while to mix. Probably not a great long time because, like I said, everything's in there. But you're going to want to mix it until you've got a bit of air in it and it starts looking a bit of a paler colour. And that obviously is going to depend on the power of your mixer and how efficient it is. So that's mixed, and I don't know if you can see it on the mixer. Can't really turn it, but it is a lot paler than it started off. So that took 3 minutes, do you reckon?
Yeah, about 3 minutes.
4 minutes. This is always the most tricky bit, is getting it off the spatula. Or getting the spatula off the mixer even.
You can tell you're a home cook because you spend half the time eating it off your hands.
I know. I'll never be a chef.
Cake mix. Yeah.
Right. Now we need to separate the mixture into 2 bowls. This is my problem now because I'm not very good at guesstimating.
Well,
but there
do
is
your best, love.
quite a lot
It's
of
just a
mix.
cake.
Might have one big bit and one little bit, who knows?
Bit like us, one bigger than the other.
Okay, so I've divided it between my tins and I'm now going to try and even it out. There we go. Do the same with the other. Try and remove the stuff that goes up the side if you can, because otherwise it'll just burn. Who remembers the old sandwich tins? You know, the little flat ones with the little thing that went round the bottom and you have to turn it and then it enabled you to turn them out. I can't think what they were called, but my mum had them. You didn't have to worry about spring loaded, you just wound your little metal thing round the bottom and it all fell out.
I used to cut the bottom out, did it? Right, ease it at the bottom.
Right.
So it's quite a sticky mixture.
It is.
Great when you've got kids though.
Absolutely, unfortunately, ours are not around. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. So they're going to go into the oven, like I said, at 160 fan, 180 if you've not got a fan, for about 25 minutes, but check them after 20. And remember, the rule with sandwiches or any cake basically is skewer in. If it comes out clean, it's cooked. If it comes out not clean, it's not cooked. Put it in for another few minutes. The thing you will notice with these cakes is they will start coming away from the edge of the tin as well. So that's another sort of indication that it's getting there. So I'm going to put these in and we'll be back in about 20-25 minutes. Okay, so they've been in 25 minutes. I did check them after 20, but they weren't ready. As you can see, or I don't know if you can see, they are just starting to come away from the edge of the tin. So that's sort of an indicator, and then I stuck them with a sharp knife and that came out nice and clean. So you're going to need to leave them in the tin now for 10 minutes to start cooling, and then you can take them out and just leave them on your rack. So we'll come back when they're out in a little while. Welcome back. So our sponges have cooked, cooled and are ready for filling. So I'm going to use strawberry jam. You can use whatever jam you want, or not jam if you don't want. But basically, this is sort of almost a soft set jam, which is good because it spreads easy. It's also lovely because it's got some nice big lumps in it, which I do love a lump in my jam. Not into these smooth jams, you know, like the seedless ones you get and all. So put your jam onto your bottom layer. Go as close to the edge as you dare. Don't put too much on, because obviously you're going to try and put cream on top of this as well. So there's my jam. So I've whipped the cream so that it's soft, a soft dropping consistency. You can do it as thick as or as stiff as you like, but I don't like it really to the point where it's almost buttery, if you like. So soft whipped cream, plonk it on the top. I tend to make like a pile in the middle, like that, and then gently spread it.
I guess you kind of push it, don't you really? Push it out?
Yeah, just sort of like a little sort of roundy action in the middle. If you make meringues, you'll know what I mean, sort of like a gently rounding thing. You don't have to go right to the edge, because now we're going to add our top layer of sponge. Now you can turn it that way up if you like, or you can do it soft side up. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to do it so that the natural side is up, like that. You push it down slightly, which is why I said you don't need to put it right to the edges. And then literally, just to finish it, and this is my preference, you can add icing sugar if you prefer, but I'm just going to do a little sprinkling of castor sugar over it.
You could sieve icing sugar, like you said.
You could use icing sugar. You could actually, I mean, if you really wanted to be fancy, you could pipe it and, you know, decorate it properly.
Put cream or icing or strawberries or whatever you want on it.
Exactly.
But, you know, this is just a simple cake.
Absolutely. So a little bit of icing, castor sugar on it, and that, my friends, is our lovely cake for Sunday afternoon tea.
Good to
Yummy.
me.
Looks pretty damn good, I think.
It looks good. Say goodbye, love.
Bye everybody. If you do like it, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. If you have, brilliant, but make sure you've done the notification bell. And if you haven't already done so, come over to Facebook and see us over there on Big OGGIE World, where there's lots more stuff going on. So we will see you all again very soon, and I hope you enjoy your afternoon cake. Bye for now.